Sound like me up here. Yeah, I was.
Okay, Clint Bowyer has joined us. He drives a number 33. Cheerios Hamburger Helper, Chevrolet for Richard Childress. And Clint, I know you were in here yesterday, and 24 hours later, or less than 24 hours later, I suppose, getting ready to get back out on the racetrack here. Talk about your thoughts as you get ready for practice.
Yeah, you know, it's exciting. To be honest with you, it's been a long, month and a half of struggling to try to get your equipment, your program running better to where you can compete to make the chase. The pressure's off now. Now we can go. We're here at a racetrack where we run well. We have fun here. We have a lot of success here, and now we don't have the pressure on us. We can go out and contend for wins for the rest of the season, and that's a lot. Sometimes that's a lot more fun to race under those circumstances. So to be honest with you, I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward to practice here in a little bit and hopefully having the same result.
All right, we'll take questions now. Let's start with Lee. Go ahead.
Lee Spencer, Fox Sports. Have you guys discussed your strategy and how are you going to approach Saturday night? And secondly, has there been a discussion with Juan Pablo Montoya, particularly given the fact that they are one of your engine partners? You know, it just doesn't seem in the best interest for you guys to be in that situation.
No, I mean, it's at the end of the day, with the Juan thing, I mean, it was a racing deal. I mean, like I said, there was a lot of frustration there. I mean, there was a lot on the line for three guys, and unfortunately, a guy that had nothing on the line, I felt like could have backed off and gave a guy a break that had everything to lose in that situation. I mean, that's where my frustration was, and at the end of the day, it's my fault. I knew who I was racing with, and I pushed the envelope and, got bit. What was the first part of your question? Oh, yeah, strategy is full speed ahead. Hopefully stay up front, lead all the laps, and win the race. This is a fun racetrack. It's my favorite racetrack. Had a lot of good battles, good races here. Obviously, the Gibbs cars have been strong as of late, and, at this place the last 2 or 3 years, and they're going to be the cars to beat. I truly believe that. But always a long, hard-fought battle here and up for the challenge.
Claire?
Claire B. Lang, Sirius XM NASCAR Radio. Clint watching practice on the screen over there. Listen, I was thinking about how on the exterior you're so calm and happy-go-lucky kind of guy. Are you feeling internally and keeping it on the inside the pressure of not only running here at Richmond, the performance of the team, whether you'll get in, the possibilities, and also making probably one of the biggest decisions of your life on your job?
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of pressure, and unfortunately, it all comes together at once. It'd have been nice to have the future out of the way 3 months ago, but it's just not the case. I mean, it's tough in today's world, and you got to be tough as well. You just got to get through it, and it is what it is. But I am glad in a way as a breath of fresh air last week. Obviously, that chase is important to me. Going to the banquet and being a part of Champions Week is important to me. I've been there. It's exciting, and you want to be a part of it. But it isn't the end of the world. There's a lot of future left in me. I believe in this sport, and hopefully it's bright.
Reed?
Reed Spencer with Sporting News. Clint, I was curious to hear you say the pressure is completely off at this point because, I mean, you still have a shot at making the chase if you win the race and beat Denny by 12 points.
We had a interesting situation where we had all the scenarios here. Some mathematician is very, very smart in all the scenarios that he had worked out for the press conference yesterday that Kerry had. It was, I think Casey and I were laughing. If everybody fell over dead, before the race, except for 2 cars, and he was able to beat them, he was in. And if half of them fell over dead, and I won, I was in. I mean, it's just a like I said, it's silly, and the pressure's off for me as far as I'm concerned. I'm here to win the race, and if something crazy happens, which crazy things happen in this world of racing, I'll be glad to be a part of it. But just wasn't our year. We didn't do a good enough job, and it's up to us to cap off the season, well. We're not finished with the season. Just because you're not part of the chase doesn't mean that you don't go out and try to end the season on a positive note. That's important to me, and it's important to our race team, important to our sponsors.
Right there behind you, Tom.
Hey, Clint, Tom Jensen, Speed.com. Were you surprised that your teammate Kevin Harvick's pulling out of the Truck Series, and what's your reaction to that?
Obviously, probably a little bit closer than most of that deal, so surprised, that wasn't there. But bummed out, man. 2 trucks. I've had a lot of fun in that thing, this year. Again, just kind of shows you the way my year's going. You can have a dominant truck, as dominant as we were, last, Friday night in Atlanta, and still lost. So I'm just telling you, it's just not my year. I'm ready to start over.
Let's come up here to Nate.
Nate Ryan, USA Today. Clint, you're one of the last 2 guys not driving for Gibbs to have won here. Gibbs cars have won like the last 5 races here. I know that you guys, if you knew what it was, you would be doing it. But Denny kind of alluded to something him and Kyle had done in May that made them so dominant. Do you guys
Must have been driver technique, was it? Driving style? Is that what he told you?
Something like that, I guess.
I'm sure
do you guys have any clue like why the Gibbs guys have been so good
holding a
here?
wheel better than everybody else. They have a good package. They've worked hard on it, and it's because of the driver communication feedback. That's what makes these cars fast. There's rhyme and reason why cars are fast and have success on any given day, and we're all a big part of that. I in my opinion, what I see when I race against them is they're able to, on a long run, prevail. They can hold on longer. They can put the throttle down and drop the hammer off the corners a lot harder than everybody else. Everybody else starts running into grip issues up off the corner, off of 4. You'll start seeing people slide. You start feeling it yourself. You could be running. You could be leading. And next thing you know, you look in the mirror straight away behind 3 or 4 car lengths back, and you see the 11 or maybe the 18 coming, and you're like, here they come, and once they pass you, you're able to dissect that a little bit and understand what they're doing, what they're capable of doing with that you're not. And what I see is on the long run, they're just able to throttle down harder, longer.
Go ahead, Al.
Hey, Clint, Al Pearson, Autoweek. You say you're ready for this season to end and a new year to begin. When it begins, where will you be? You knew it was coming.
Yeah, and I'd love to be able to answer you. Anybody else?
All right.
I just wish I had a sign I could hold up, like the standard answer. It'd be awesome. Here. I know. You're getting the standard answer.
Okay. There you go. Anybody else?
What?
Back here, Lewis. Get Lewis mic.
Sorry.
Louis Frank with Reuters. If you don't stay with Richard, I mean, from the first time we met you was at Richard's shop. I mean, you don't move around a lot. How will that make you feel if you have to go to another team?
Well, it'd be heartbreaking. It'd be a tough deal. I mean, that's family to me, and that means a lot to me. I don't forget where I was standing when I got a phone call to get me this opportunity and change my life. I mean, it's it would be big, but the world goes on. You have to make decisions, and those are performance-driven business. Life, family, everything. It's just a lot of decisions you go through, and everybody goes through those in life, and us racers are no different.
Yep. Clint, thank you so much
Thanks.
for coming in, and